it's me, Martin, and this is the newly announced TicWatch GTH. With this watch, they want to compete against the Amazfit Bip and the Mi Watch Lite from Xiaomi. But can they? Well, I'm not convinced yet, so let me explain. At the end of March, I received my prototype from Mobvoi and it didn't have any fancy packaging. So let's not dive too deep into that. The only thing that I got along with the box and the watch was this magnetic charging cable. Alright, so this watch might look a little bit familiar to you, and that's correct, because a while ago they already announced the Chinese version, and now they optimized this watch for the rest of the world. Therefore, the specs are pretty much the same, from a 1.55-inch TFT display with a resolution of 360 by 320 pixels to a battery with 260 mAh. Both the sensor and feature list are much longer. Interestingly, this watch can monitor your skin temperature, and that's pretty much the most interesting feature out of all, as the rest is quite common on smartwatches nowadays. The sport mode list isn't that long compared to the competition, but still covers a wide range of sport activities, from outdoor running to yoga and from swimming to soccer. So far we've discussed mainly what you get on paper, but let me share with you how it is in real life. For example, connecting the watch to the app was easy and smooth, but within the app I've noticed a few rough edges. Once you go to check out your results and swipe left, it has this hiccup, and only this is happening on the first page. Now let's go to March 31st, for example. All the data is nicely presented in a clear way, but once you check out, for example, your heart rate, it jumps back to the current day. Now this also happens with all the other health results. When I go check out my sleep, a strange range of days is selected in the calendar, but the whole range is displayed underneath it. But I've also noticed that the sleep monitor is measuring your sleep inaccurate or too positive. On April 1st, for example, I didn't go to bed at 2:48 AM, but around 11 o'clock as always, and on the second day of April it says I woke up at 9:07, but it should have been 7:30. And on top of that, it monitors a nice range of details for your sleep, but you cannot register daytime naps, which are of course vital. So there's definitely a lot of work to be done for Mobvoi. The rest of the app looks pretty good though. It is easy to track exercises, and I really like the feature where the watch automatically detects a workout. The data after a workout is also nicely displayed, but keep in mind you cannot export it from either the app or the watch. Regarding third-party access, you can authorize Google Fit, Strava or Runkeeper. Okay, we've discussed mainly the app so far, which definitely needs some improvement, but let's take a closer look of the watch itself and how it's performing. The display is from the TFT type and does the job. It is nothing special and expected in this price range. The brightness of it is reasonable enough to read it outdoors. Now, interacting with the watch is pretty similar as what you've done to other watches you might have tested. With a swipe left or right, you go through a series of pages that display your basic activities, your sleep monitor, sport modes and health sensors such as the skin temperature, but also your heart rate and the weather. Besides the fact that there is a sedentary reminder, it also informs and motivates you whenever you walk a certain amount of kilometers automatically, which is a nice addition. But what I like most is that it quite precisely notices when you start to work out. And with one single press you can automatically start the activity. Now, I've compared the step counter to the Mi Band 6 and it seems that it's a bit behind in counting. So I just finished making this video and I noticed something interesting. The step counter was, before starting filming this video, nearly identical, and by just sitting and looking into the camera and talking to you guys, this device registered 1,000 steps by just sitting, and that's just a huge mistake. The last few things that I want to discuss before we end this video are the heart rate sensor, the custom watch faces, the battery and of course the competition. Let's start with the heart rate sensor. This is often just a few beats off compared to my blood pressure device from the GP, so we can say it's pretty accurate enough. There's a wide variety of watch faces available, but there have been a few that didn't work out so well. The battery is said to be lasting around 7 to all the way 10 days, but it's rather 6 to 7 days. And then we have to discuss the competition. Mobvoi wants to compete against the Amazfit Bip and the Mi Watch Lite from Xiaomi with their GTH. But I believe they should fix some software issues first. I know it's just a prototype and also the app isn't final yet, but still, if they fix this first, then they have a good foundation to start to compete. The Bip has, for example, more sport modes, a menstrual cycle tracker, GPS and an IPS display, and the Mi Watch is pretty similar to that. Therefore, I believe Mobvoi has a long way to go, but they made a decent start. It's good to see that Mobvoi is stepping into the smart fitness watches, but there's definitely a lot of work to be done. Alright, that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did so, give it a thumbs up and subscribe in case you haven't already. If you have some comments or questions, drop them down below because I would love to help you out. Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope to see all of you in the next one.